All right. It's good to be back, everybody. Thank you for joining me in today's live stream. There are a few new things I'm trying today, both in terms of the stream and in terms of the character. I have respec'd my Dragon Knight that I have been adventuring with in the previous streams. Hopefully, a little bit more future minded here. Thank you very much for joining me. Sorry if you heard a little double voice there. I was just checking my audio on the stream. Get my headphones on. All right. So, thank you so much for joining me again. I have been live streaming Elder Scrolls Online for a little bit over 2 weeks now, and it has been great fun. I am mostly been focusing lately on the continuing adventures of the Daggerfall Covenant through my Dragon Knight kind of tank spec, they're a little bit more tank spec now than the last time we talked. I have completed all of the quests here in Glenumbra, which is a starting zone, and I'm actually physically in the next zone, which is Stormhaven. For a little artifact of the game, weirdly, it shows me in the previous map zone, but I'm actually zoned in to Stormhaven. So I have worked throughout that entire zone to overthrow the Bloodthorn cultists, to undermine the Red Rook Thieves Guild, and uncovered their plot to work together to undermine the zone. So I have taken all of them out, and I have freed that zone, returned some of the townsfolk to their peaceful lives, and generally been a all-around good person. So now I am going on to the next zone here, and I was tasked with finding the guard captain in the next zone. If you watch this feed before, you'll know Elder Scrolls Online is totally new to me. So I am discovering the storyline for the first time, even though the game has been out for a little while. I have enjoyed returning to the game quite a bit. I played technically back when the game was at first in beta, and I have returned to it only lately, and it's really only caught on with me this time since the one Tamriel update, since the improvement of the crafting skills that they've had, some of the crown store stuff. It's all sort of managed to really pull me into the game this time, and it's been quite enjoyable to return to it. So I am continuing with the adventures in this zone, and I do not know what lies ahead. I've made a few changes. Hopefully the stream is last time I know it was a lot better in terms of its frame rate. Hopefully that will continue here as well. So we will continue forward. First thing I want to point out is I have respec'd. Oh, there I'm zoning into Glenumbra right now. All right, sorry, I had to hit the sneeze button there for a second. So I have respec'd my Dragon Knight to get rid of some of the two-handed skills that I had before. If anybody had been in previous streams, I started out sort of as a two-hander and decided after the first 10 levels or so that I wanted to respec the knight onto something more tanky, since I already have a DPS character with my Nightblade. I wanted something a little bit more tanky. I have a healer as well, so I can kind of do at least three of the. I have a character for each one of the traditional trinity, which is tank, healer, and DPS character. So what's changed here? So I have dumped the two-handed weapon that I previously had. The thinking, because I was switching back and forth between two-handed and one-handed and shield, and there was really just not a whole lot of reason for me to do that. I was getting no real benefit from having done that. What's the point of having two melee weapons? So looking at some of the build recommendations, I have switched now to my 2R bow, which is brand new to me, so I have not built this up at all. I'll be using that as my opener, and one-handed and shield. Reason being that I can tell from the write-ups that I've seen, mostly you want some sort of range skill with each character, so that you don't get ganked in PvP. Once I get to PvP, which I intend to eventually check out, I will end up needing some sort of ranged attack, and the leap or shield charge. The leap that came with two-handed weapons just wasn't enough, and that ability is actually duplicated in the sword one-handed and shield line, because with this shield charge. So it was a redundant ability. I saw no real reason to have just a slightly higher melee damage, when in fact, if I want damage, I can just switch to my bow. And really, I'm going to be spec for tank anyway, prioritizing that early. So I didn't really see the point to it. So I've gone with most of the the passives in this ability to sort of tank up. I've changed some of my class abilities as well. Before, I had been mostly relying on Lava Whip. Now I've changed to Searing Strike, since that's spec'd a little bit. And by the way, if you haven't done this before, I'm probably the least experienced person even watching this stream. But if for some reason you haven't played Elder Scrolls Online and you're sort of interested in this game, if you looking at respec, you just have to go to one of the shrines in the major city. Each one of the major cities for each of the factions has shrines. I think it costs me somewhere around 500 gold per skill point. So I had 44 skill points and it cost me 2,200 gold. So that, and for me, since I don't have haven't been playing this game for a long time, that actually cost me about 20% of my total gold for the character. So that was not trivial for me. It cost me a little bit. I'm gonna have to pause one more second just to do another cough. 1 second, sorry folks. Okay, I apologize. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold here. So anyway, I respect the character. I went with Searing Strike because it has a morph to a stamina ability. I am mostly a stamina Dragon Knight. Draconic Power, I went with Dragon Blood because it gives me healing ability, and I probably should research that a little bit to see which that can convert to stamina. I would like to have all of my class abilities be built up around stamina. And Obsidian Shield I built because if I'm on a tank, that's a great single tanking ability, which I have enough Magicka to kick off if I have to. It gives me a damage shield, and if I choose to do, when I morph it, I can choose to get a damage shield for my party mates as well, which I intend to use this in a party. Now, I will intend someday to PvP with this character. People tend to focus on DPS characters for PvP. I don't know enough about PvP with Elder Scrolls Online to say definitively, but I've brought tanks into PvP before, and they can actually be quite enjoyable. The reason being is since everyone's DPS focused, in truth, when you get a tank in there, it just drives everybody crazy. If you just sort of get aggressive, charge in at people, they don't really think through that, and they all start coming after you. And they're used to being able to just take somebody out right away and bring them down in PvP. And when you're a tank, and you just take up all this time of the opposing team, well, they get hammered on by some of your DPS folks. I've actually seen it be quite a bit of fun. So I will rotate at these characters out. I really kind of need to get them up to level 25 or so. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Level 25 or so that they're all equal across the board. I think my DPS character is about 27, so I'm going to be leveling this character for a little bit more and bringing through here. Scout, what is going on here? I was told, by the way, so where am I at? Stormhaven. The Lion Guard patrol on its way from Daggerfall to Waycrest was attacked by Daedric cultists who referred to themselves as the Supernal Dreamers. The cultists kidnapped the guard captain. I should reach the ruins on the high road toward Coglin village and try to rescue the Lion Guard captain. Alright, so these Lion Guards are always getting in trouble, and here I am to the rescue once more. What's going on with you, Scout?
Hello there.
Hello, got nothing to say. You and just these sheep are hanging out. Scout, looks like they took this guy out. Poor little guy, I got a tummy ache. Oh, is your tummy ache? Alright, so first time really taking any time in this zone. I visited the major city just to do crafting turn-ins and a few things like that. But and it looks like, by the way, I'm looking at my stream, looks like I've cleared up my FPS issues that I was having before. I was having some stuttering. Those look like those are mostly cleared up. What's going on in this village? Just people hanging around. This lady's, I'm not gonna, that doesn't look good. On a street corner by a street lamp. Yeah, you guys might have a hobby that is not fit for public consumption. Hey, Hole Stewart, how you doing? Where are we going with my folks that I gotta find? Where are they? I'm in the town here, and I don't have an apparent quest marker in the zone. I'm still showing as that zone there for some reason. I'm over in Stormhaven, or I should be. You know what? I don't think I'm in the right place. Ugh. That's annoying. Sorry about that, folks. Let me head back to the appropriate village. Looks like I headed out to the wrong place. Yeah, I headed back to the other zone. I was facing the wrong way. Fair enough. Just get back across that bridge. All right, so I have to free this guard captain went missing. kind of ironic considering how much trouble this town on the border just had as well. Something that I mentioned before that I really like, and you can see it here. Previously, this town was overrun by Red Rook thieves, and having liberated them, I have now sort of they're now back to their normal lives. So the zone changes in reaction to your quest results, which I love. It's an enjoyable part of the game for me. I do have to say it would be nice if we had a game someday, and this is not a complaint about Elder Scrolls Online, but it would be nice if we had a sort of a differential outcome in the world that it didn't feel like such a canned approach. But that's fine. That's fine. Not a problem at all. I'm going to mute one more second as I get ready to zone, just again to clear my throat. So 1 second. And I will do that when my hands are off the mouse to go ahead and zone. I really have high hopes for this bow and one-handed build. I'm not sure. I'm not used to any of these new abilities. I've tried out a few others on the bar, so hopefully I won't embarrass myself in the stream, but that won't be new if I do. All right. So right now I've only got the first opener ability for bow since I just switched to that in my respec. So I only have snipe. The plan is, generally speaking, I'm going to go ahead, open up with a snipe, hit them with the soul shard because I had an open slot. So I would put that in there, soul shard ability, and I will use my charge ability with shield to charge into them after the bow shot. So with bosses, I might want to kite them a little bit to sort of back them up. But, well, you know, I'll work that over time. I know there's a pretty good... They just switched around some of the abilities on these... some of what used to be later build abilities, like Snipe, are now first-tier abilities. I do know on the bow, because I have it with my Nightblade character, this actually might work out fairly well for the tank. Once you get up to Scatter Shot, that is a knockback, and it also... you can morph it to be a heal. So that could be a good ability to sort of... open up with the snipe, charge with the bow. Ooh, this is what I was coming to help out with. What's going on, recruit?
Go! Find the captain. When I recover, I'll head to Coghlan Village in Stormhaven.
Oh my goodness. You guys are like 10 feet from that other village. Didn't anybody hear anything? Okay. But yeah, so I'll open up with the bow, charge in with my shield, bash them, maybe I'll get them stunned. If they do a little damage to me, I can hit them with the, switch back to bow, hit them with that shot to knock them back and heal myself a little bit, and then switch back to sword and shield. So I'm hoping that rotation... What are you doing up here? Shifty looking guy. Mages out there doing stuff. I'm looking for new recipes too. Recipes are few and far between for my level. I find on the market I've been finding some decent green recipes. I'm a provisioner with this character, but I have not been finding a number of good blue recipes because I would like to be able to buff both my stamina and my health. That would be great. But right now I'm just stuck with buffing stamina, which actually I don't even have up right now. So here I am going to this area to find the guard captain who is kidnapped. Okay. I guess they're going to be amongst these violent mobs. Let me try out my ability. What the heck? I'm used to stealthing. I don't think I really need it here because my weapon crit doesn't really matter. And switch and try with the mage. That's a cool ability. I just switched to that. I've been stuck with the first two abilities out of the sword and board line, or as I should say, one-handed and shield, not sword and board. And that was a pretty good set of abilities, but I'm looking to upgrade to some of these other one-handed shield abilities to give me some more versatility. All right, unlock this chest. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Good stuff. Give me something good. I just happen to have a bow of my level from a quest reward that I got, and that's what I switched to when I did my new build. Lightning staff shield, lightning staff that I cannot use. All right, that's useless. All right, give me some treasure. Give me some recipes. Ooh, blueprint, orcish shelves. Man, I don't know if that's a great prize or what. Orcish furniture, not so good to use. Let's try this again. like, yeah, that looks to work. Give me a couple extra seconds as the melee character sort of approaches me. I used to have the dragon armor ability. That is no longer really relevant. I'm using this blood. I am using this dragon. Let's see, Earthen Heart. I switched to Obsidian Shield to get myself some healing and some damage shield. I switched from the spiked armor up to Dragon Blood. That gets me a little bit of health if I'm damaged, and buffs my health recovery. So I have to remember not to use that. And again, I said I chose Searing Strikes because I can morph that to a stamina ability a little bit later. I also got rid of the Dragon Draconic Power ultimate and sticking with Magma Shell as my ultimate. So yeah. Hopefully that's, I haven't really faced anything challenging yet. Before, I have to confess, I did not have a lot of problems with bosses, even purple bosses, with this character because I could really take a lot of damage. But I think I put a little bit too much in health, and I've been switching over to stamina gradually. So I'm doing better damage, as you might expect, but I know sooner or later I'm probably going to hit a point where I'm not able to tank enough damage. And I should do some more reading. I haven't found the definitive answer. I wish there was some clear guide as to what sort of balance I should be keeping on stamina versus health. Is it like 3-to-1? Is it half and half? Is it 1-to-1? Doesn't look like it's supposed to be 1-to-1. And I've heard some people say don't even bother investing in health. So that's a little frustrating. Okay, where's this captain? I'm supposed to be around here somewhere. I'm supposed to find the captain. I'm smack dab in the middle of where I was. Am I missing something? I don't see something. Oh, there's... Nope. Is there somebody... There's nobody tied up around the fire. One would think I could sort of find some gear or something, but I'm not finding it. Help this person out. Maybe there's something over here that's worth finding. I am trying to use my bow a little bit in the kills because I want to level that ability a little faster. And Snipe is just a great ability. I have it with my other character, as I mentioned. This one it also works very well for me. Get the mage out as fast as possible. The melee character is going to run at me. Switch over and... Perfect. Alright, I'm not sure what's going on here. I am not finding this person. I would think... This backpack? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That is frustrating. Maybe this backpack. No, maybe this sack. What's up here? Aha! There's the captain. Sorry for my sniffles, by the way. I'm trying to keep that to a minimum. Captain writhing on the ground. Nightmare flames in the braziers.
Taste the flames of oblivion.
How about some water? I foiled your evil plan with a bucket.
Go, my minions. Splash red.
I should have interrupted that person. I'm pretty bad at calling them, especially when I'm in the middle of my streams. I'm not great.
Die.
If they're sending imps, there can't be all that badass. Let's face it. Alright, now you're gonna get it. Spam my major damage. Block. Easy enough. Man, I'm barely taking any damage. That's pretty good. Alright. Yeah, I like the build. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get some other extra abilities. Alright, the braziers have been doused. Captain Jarek seems to be struggling in his sleep. Shake Captain Jarek awake. He begins to stir.
What happened? I have to get to Coglin village. Meet me there.
Sorry about that. I had to take care of myself again. Well, that was kind of rude. Where'd you go, mister? Not even a thank you? This is... He poured it out. Man, that's like a player you save for something. They don't even say thank you. They just grab the chest and they run. Ugh. I am going to have a talking to with some of these folks. All right. So that opened up. I'm supposed to go to the village to find out what's going on with this guy. It looks like he's in some sort of nightmarish position, kidnapped. I don't know what's going on with all those guards I saw earlier. So they were obviously attacked. So let's find out where to go here. All right. What do we got? We got this town we're going to, and then we got all this kind of excellent stuff that I'm sure we're going to visit here in a second. Hello, sir. I wouldn't camp here. There's bandits down that way. Nasty looking one. Don't sleep. Definitely don't sleep here. All right. That's random. And no discernible reason for them to be there. Aha! Runes! My crafting is going pretty well in these characters, although I respect this character is still a blacksmith, still a provisioner. I'm not looking to change those. Mostly I was just looking to shed the points, or to at least reclaim the points I put into two-handed. It really wasn't serving me well, and it was sort of frustrating me that they had sitting in the character not doing much. So yeah, being able to get them back, very helpful for me. I can put them in some of my other crafting abilities and still level up some of my bow and add a couple more passives. Nothing to go do in here just yet. A couple open quests in this town. What's the name of this town? What's the name of this place? Coglin Village. That's all right. I knew that. I knew that. Everybody's got a boat in this world. All right. Oh, you look like you're having a good day.
This is insane. I've committed no crime.
And why are you locked up? Yeah. They should give you a fruit to throw at this person. That would be awesome. Hello. What did you do? Let me help you back here. Is there anything in your pockets? Anything in your pockets? All right. What's this quest?
Whoever you are, you've got to help me. I know what this looks like, but I can assure you, The local constable is apparently 2 arrows shy of a quiver. The town was attacked by slavers, and he's accused me of being involved. I am a Knight of the Flame for Mara's sake, sent here to help secure the village. Just that I arrived in town right before the attack. It's absurd! Nerves are on edge at the castle, so I was sent to help protect the village. A messenger should have arrived ahead of me, but Constable Pascal says he never received the message. I'm glad you came along. Down by the dock. I can't imagine who would do such a thing. If that is the case, though, someone needs to send word to the Knights of the Flame at Elcaire Castle.
Slightly fishy. I need to send words up to the Knights of the Flame. You know, groups never work out well. They're always messing with Daedra, and here they're always getting corrupted. So who are these Knights of the Flame?
The Knights of the Flame are sworn to defend Stormhaven from any who would do harm to the Bretons. But our primary duty is to protect the royal family. High King Emmerich, of course, and his brother, Duke Nathaniel, at Elcaire Castle to the north.
All right. You said your nerves were on edge.
Indeed,
what is that about?
All kinds of rumors. Spies at court. An attempt on the Duchess's life. An army of Red Guards with orders to storm the castle. Sir Hughes, the head of the Knights of the Flame, sent me here to make sure the village remains secure.
You'd think he'd send you with some ID or something. All right. So, I have to help this knight clear their name, watch out for some other stuff. What else we got? We got more quests to pick up. We have this one to do down here. There must be some other quest I'm looking for. What is that? Talk to the constable. Oh, that's for the quest I just got. All right, mister. Why do you have this young lady trapped and tied up?
You're welcome to Coglin Village, traveler, but you'll have to excuse me. No time for idle chat. The town's been attacked by slavers, and to make matters worse, they had help from people we would have expected to be on our side. Exactly.
Yes, I met her.
Everyone is all worked up because she's claiming to be a Knight of the Flame. I give her credit for a brilliant disguise, but I wasn't born yesterday. You didn't fall for her cockamamie story, did you?
Well, you think you should have sent the message
very
with her.
convenient lie. There was a messenger from the castle here, but he didn't say anything to me. He was over there by the warehouse when the slavers attacked. Those fancy clothes made him a target. They took him captive.
All right, where did they take him? I'm gonna have to get
I
his
got the
ID
town
back.
guard organized fast and had the slavers in full
My
retreat.
ID is in my other messenger.
Cowards. They barricaded themselves in the warehouse, though. We're just going to starve them out. If your messenger's not dead, they've got him down there.
My God.
Be my guest. Just don't expect any help from the guard. The slavers are like rats, quick to scurry back into a hole. But they fight nasty when they're cornered. The Dunmer crept up from the south and attacked in the dark. They killed the watchguard, but not before he sounded the alarm. We reacted fast.
All right, so I've got some slavers hidden up. They apparently conveniently
Devon's
grabbed
mill used to grow
this
the
messenger,
sweetest berries in the
so they
spring.
can't prove the identity
wonder what
of
would
that
happen to them now.
knight. But you still would think they give them some kind of papers. And this must be where they are. This is where they're held up. That doesn't look
Filthy
good.
Dunmer swine! What are you hiding for?
What are you all standing out here for? Oh my God, cowards! Cowards, all of you! I just charged in. That was good of me. My sword lost its charge, by the way. I had to charge it with another crystal, which I had earlier. I'm going to switch to try to get my rotation down right here. Not bad. I got a pretty good. Let me find some recipes here. Pretty good opening damage, taken down fairly well. That looks like it's going to be a good combination for me. Find the messenger. Well, what are you, messenger? Excuse me, sir. Are you a messenger? You don't look like a messenger.
Deputy seems
They just let him
rigid.
have a whole
I think
complex in
something's
this
going
town.
Really?
That's terrible. All right, here's the messenger. What are you doing?
It's about time. I assume the Duke sent you? I am his personal messenger, you know. Well, what are you waiting for?
No, you're the messenger
Untie me.
for second-tier knights.
I had a message for the constable. Not that it's any business of
Well,
yours.
no wonder nobody
Sir
knows.
Hughes of the Knights of the Flame sent me with clear orders. The message is for the constable's ears. No, please, I'll tell you. Not like it's a really important secret or anything.
How easily
Sir
they
Hughes
give up.
just takes himself a little too seriously. The message was just that Dame Dabienne of the Knights of the Flame was coming to help with security. No, I never got the chance. I had to talk to my friend first. Well, I didn't have to, I suppose. Anyways, that's when the slavers attacked. Will you untie me now?
Yes,
I'll go talk
yes,
to the
yes.
constable right away.
All right. I'm gonna pat this guy in the butt, send him talking to the constable. What a jerk. Can't get good help these days. And he will go now and presumably set that knight free. Easy enough quest to get going with. Let me find out before I continue with that one.
Filthy Dunmer swine! What are you hiding for?
What's going on down here? All right, somebody has a new quest over there. I'll get that in a second. I hear, I think it's on that ship, I hear a thieves box. Can you hear that little sound? I'd have to go all the way around, find out
Well-
where it's at. All right, Constable, now that you've heard from the messenger, and he's not going to meet his friend first, not a very good messenger.
This young man is lucky to be alive, though I'm not sure he realizes it. He told me about the message from the castle. The whole thing just seems a little too convenient, though,
What
doesn't
in
it?
the world is
I
with
can't
these
release
small
Dame
towns?
Dabienne. Not yet. My duty is to ensure the safety of this village, and my gut's telling me that she's part of the threat. Too many coincidences. If we can get the village secure, we can revisit
The
the
old
matter.
Spanish
right now,
prisoner
I
con.
need to
I
deal
get it.
with this ship.
What's the problem with your ship,
The
mister?
slavers are on board. The captain claims he's not with them, but I know the truth. He's asking me to send the town guard to help him clear the slavers from below
This
decks.
guy's a little
It's
paranoid.
clearly some kind of trap. And we're not falling for it.
On the upside, they apparently have great career prospects in the U.S. government these days.
He's not. But even if he was,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
be my
All right,
fault.
I'll talk to
You
the
do
captain.
that.
We'll get to the bottom of this. I will find out if someone is lying to me. I will give him such a pinch. Such a pinch. Besides, I want to go up here and get that thieves box.
Constable says
Anyway.
He's got a plan.
They're threatening him, Captain. What's going on with you now?
In all my years sailing these seas, I've never received such ill treatment in a friendly port. My men lie here bleeding
He's
on
kind
deck
of an
and
ass,
we are
isn't
refused
he?
aid.
That's right.
This man they call Constable is the son of a dog. Or did he change his mind?
Constable Pascal says you're working with the slavers, are you?
Sooner eat sand than do business with these Dunmer swine.
I don't think so.
I have explained this. Last night was dark. When I realized there was no beacon to mark the shore, I dropped anchor. The slavers came in longboats.
And how did you manage to fight them?
It was a daring battle. The slavers outnumbered us 10 to 1.
Yeah.
But we'd planned for this. We lured them below decks and sealed the hatch. Many men were lost, though.
All right.
We here on deck
Nice
are all that
story.
remain.
Can you prove it?
Yes, of course. I would gladly give my ledger over, but unfortunately it is below decks.
Of course it is.
This is why I've asked the constable to assist us in eliminating these Dunmer dogs. But he has refused. I'm afraid we're
All right, I will go get the ledger. Everybody in this town is like, I can't on account of the fact that. Very convenient, everybody in this town. What? Ooh, that's a lot of Ember-eyed Stalker. I mean, get practice. I don't really need to do it for this guy, but let me get practice doing what I need to do to remember this rotation. This is not ideal. I mean, really, I want the opener and more sort of combat abilities from my one-handed on my combat bar right now, but I want to focus on leveling up my new abilities on one-handed. All right, a lot of dead folks down here. And I can hear that. Must be above deck. Here is the ledger. Talk to the constable. So I guess that means they're legit. And they did in fact get attacked by slavers. No surprise here. Looks like the constable's a little paranoid. Been sucking a little bit too much on the poison berries. And a lot of people died because of it, I guess. Let me try to find that thieves box. It's always a nice way to get some more gear. It's not up here. Maybe it's in this room. Maybe I can get here. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I couldn't hit the change button in time. I don't know where my sorry about that. I don't know where the man. I don't know where that box is. I wanted it too. Must be up front. Maybe it's up front. Probably in the captain's quarters, actually, now that I think about it. Pausing. All right. Sorry, folks. Sneezed again. Man, I have been having a little bit of a sneezing fit lately, and it's 70 degrees where I'm at in Virginia. I live in Virginia in the U.S., and it is 70-something degrees today, and it's been that way on and off all week. I can hear it a little bit better now. Which side is it on? Give me the stuff. Let me try up here. And anyway, it's been 70-something degrees, so we've got all of these plants. Oh, it's up top. I can see it. I don't know how to get up there. If I go out the other side, I'll be able to get up there. We've got all these plants blooming, so it's just causing all this, all these terrible allergies, and I don't really even have allergies. So we barely got a winter, and we already got 70 degrees in February, which is insane for Virginia. Usually it's somewhere around freezing this time, and February is the coldest month. So that's just crazy. What do we got? Gold, large stolen shipment, lockpick, and gold. Like it. What's in the large stolen shipment? Usually it's a collection of a bunch of items that... oh, did I not grab it? What did it happen? Golly. I don't know what's going on here. I have auto loot set on the characters, and I forget I have to hit R to actually pick up stolen items because it doesn't work with stolen items. Excellent. All right, so I get a bunch of items. I can sell those or launder them over at the Thieves Guild, and that'll give me a little extra money. Not quite role playing. The Dragon Knight's supposed to be more of an honorable sort, but I don't care.
What do you want?
Gold is gold, and it's just laying around. Nobody else is going to use it. The money's already spent. Who cares? Stop gawking, people. Go about your business. All right, Constable A-hole. Here is your latest proof.
The captain still refuses to leave? All right, then we'll do this the hard way. I'll call together the rest of the guard.
I don't think so. He's not with the slavers, and I can prove it.
You have the ship's ledger? The captain said it was lost below decks. I'll have to study this, but I'll be honest, I'm extremely skeptical this will prove anything completely.
What a jerk. This dude needs a prescription of some kind. I'm getting him some kind of meds.
No, I'm sorry. We just can't take that. Together. Even the blacksmith. I've known her for years.
Oh my god, this dude is too much.
Yes, Sabisa the blacksmith too. And I don't care how it sounds. Defending the village is the highest priority, and we need weapons for that. Sabisa is refusing
now,
to
let me
supply
guess, you want me
us.
to talk to her
She's leaving.
too?
Actually, I prefer you didn't. I appreciated your objectivity at first, but I must admit I am beginning to question your
So
intentions.
now I'm a
I
problem.
prefer if you
Yeah.
simply left town.
Here we go.
You don't know what you're talking about. Paranoid. If you saw what I saw.
All right. Well, talk to the blacksmith and try to unwind this Gordian knot of paranoid, delusional behavior. It's a good thing you're in a position of power. Ugh. So I'm going to guess that someone has either been poisoning him, or he has been trucking with Daedra, or otherwise under some sort of spell. That would make a lot of sense. You, blacksmith, you look shifty. Look just like me, actually.
If Constable Pascal sent you here with orders to open the forge, you can just turn around and head right back out the door. That man has no right to order me around,
Lady,
and I'm not about to
he
issue weapons
is
for his witch hunt.
crazy.
Arrest me? That beef-witted bastard. To think I even cooked that man breakfast.
What?
And Oblivion's gotten into him. First he arrests a
He's
Knight
been
of the
dipping
Flame,
into
and
the
now
forge. All right, you two were
me.
close.
We were friends for years, and then one night... Well, I guess you don't need the details. For a month or two, I thought we had something. Then he just broke it off. Wouldn't even let me in his house to talk. He acted like I had betrayed him.
Aha. He mentioned something
He
about his
did?
dreams is all right.
He was having trouble sleeping. You know, I saw one of those weird cult members leaving his house. The Supernal Dreamers. You don't think that has anything to do with this?
Yes, I do. They just kidnapped somebody else and gave him some trouble. All right, I should investigate the
Good
constable's
idea.
house.
Perhaps there's some...
Let's just kick in that door and find out what is going on. I hate these FedEx questions. You know, they have to fill it up with something, so I get it. But I am not a big fan of these FedEx quests. So I'll unravel this when I talk to the captain as well, who's in town. That'll give me a little bit more. Ooh. Get in there. What's going on here? I guess I technically could get arrested legitimately for this. Then he won't be paranoid, will he?
Isan, why are you here?
He'll be giving me the I told you so bit. Nothing in the backpack. What do we got here? I'm a home trespasser. Might as well grab some stuff since I'm in here. Little finder's fee. Trousers and tails. Not for the women's attire, but sure. Oh my gosh! You die. Always messing with the Daedra. Like I said, they're always messing with the Daedra. There's never like a not. There's never like a, oh, I was just hanging out and I was right. It's always messing with the Daedra. What else we got? Constable Pascal bed. This is where the action, the blacksmith action happens. Whew. That dude, I hope they're using condoms. That's all I can tell you. What else do we got? Canvas. Take that. Nothing in there to worry about. How about this? I'm hoping for... Alright, we got some stuff to pawn. A little shady stuff. A little down low action. Alright, so he was being bedeviled by literal devils. I will go whack him on the head and snap him out of it. Where else am I going? Talk to Sibisa, the blacksmith. since they were so close. So if she was sleeping in that bed too, she might have caught a little bit of the taint. Hey lady, sorry, your boyfriend's crazy.
Turns out that almost everyone in town thinks Pascal's been acting strange.
You think?
Even the guards. Did you find anything that explains his behavior?
Just this little demon in his room and a demonic symbol.
Oh, my
Is that
poor little
unusual for these
Pascal.
parts?
What a mess you've made. One thing's for sure. We need to put an end to all these wicked accusations he's been making.
Yeah, and release the knight that he's got in prison?
As I said, even the town guards knew something was amiss.
All right. So now we wind this back around. We'll talk to the knight who's imprisoned. Although I will say that messenger was really super incompetent who got her there in the first place. Maybe it would have happened, but that dude should be fired. No stars for him. No tip, no stars. All right. Looks like a lynching.
Serves you right for accusing innocent people.
Oh my goodness! They take a little revenge. You didn't need me at all. What's going on here, deputy?
I didn't want to do it, but it had to be done. I just hope he forgets all this when he gets back to it.
All right, was
Why
that?
are you doing this? I'm your friend. Take him to the
Let's see, name.
Oh, my aching neck. I haven't been this sore in years. Oh, but freedom sure does feel good. This situation was more dangerous than I realized. You went way beyond the call of duty here, friend. I can't adequately express my gratitude.
You could in gold. Gold always expresses gratitude, lady. So I'm glad we were straightening it all out.
Not as glad as I am, believe me. It seems I'll need to take over security here in the village. And with those slavers out there, I need to get busy. First, though, I'm gonna see if someone around here can give me a massage.
I like your priorities, lady. That's a good set of priorities.
The villagers may not realize it, but you saved this town from crumbling into chaos. I mentioned before that I came from Alcaire Castle. The situation there is critical, and I think you might be able to make a difference.
All right, what's the
I
problem
could
up there?
give you a list, to be sure, but my concerns are more general.
Assassins
there are
and
rumors
spies.
of assassins and spies in
That
the
sounds kinda
castle, and as I
paranoid.
was leaving, I heard something about a Red Guard army marching in that direction.
My God, these people are paranoid too.
Good question. We're all part of the Daggerfall Covenant, right? Maybe it was a false report. All the same, you should go. Talk to Messenger Cordial.
I will look for that dude. All right. So let me find the captain who's got me out, looking for him as well. He's over at the inn, drinking off the bad dreams he just had, no doubt.
So you're all in league
Here's
with
another
her.
quest I can grab down there
Should
as
have
well.
known.
Not so fine, are you now?
Oh, they're going to take revenge. Things are getting ugly.
I hate to say it.
Mobs are always ugly.
Should have listened.
All right, Captain. Where you at? You're not looking good.
Gods, they killed them all. Those Daedric filth killed my entire patrol. And they dragged me off and threw me into a nightmare. Vermina. They kept saying Vermina.
Hey, can we back up? Do you just kind of stand here holding your arm in the inn? That's what you do? Dude, you need to rest. You need a bed. Now you're free.
High King Emmerich needs to know about this cult. With their nightmare magic, these Daedric madmen could plunge Stormhaven into chaos.
Totally could.
But you, thank you for saving me.
It's kind
As
of
soon as I
chaotic already,
recover, I'm
don't you
going
think?
to Wayrest. I have to warn the king about these people.
All right.
These supernal dreamers.
All right. So that was just to get me in the zone. Obviously, there wasn't a whole lot to do there. I don't see any other quests in the inn. So jumping back out to go up to the castle if there's nothing here. Or, I believe I saw
Don't care if the constable was
a
blamed.
quest down here. I think, yeah, there it is. By the warehouse. Which, assuming the slavers were real, so they came from somewhere, there's some kind of conspiracy or something.
Lucas! Lucas! My poor little baby. All alone out there. If you're leaving the village, if you could please look out for my son. With these slavers about, I'm afraid something terrible has happened.
The constable probably locked him up. Where did you last see him?
Breakfast. I made his favorite. Biscuits. Go look for him. But the slavers could have shipped Lucas off to Morrowind by now.
All right. I want the deputy help.
He says that securing the town comes first. but the town seems perfectly secure to me.
Well, they have
Someone
had a
has
little
to help
problem
my
lately.
baby.
All right, don't worry. I will find him.
Find Lucas.
Which way did he go?
Sometimes he goes fishing on the beach just south of the village.
Got it. Fishing, little boy. I don't have a direction now. Let me see. What do I got? Ah! Storms. All right, let me go down and find Lucas. I'll also head up toward the Sky Shard up there and grab that. I got another quest I can grab on the way up here as well. Let me see what you need. Finish vein.
Hey, over here!
What are you doing?
Could you help a fellow out? Praise Akatosh. You'd be amazed how many people just walk by a fellow in dire circumstances.
You're like 12 feet from the
My
town.
sister and I were visiting our aunt's farm when the whole place went to oblivion in an oat basket. Crazy cultists and Daedra are killing everyone.
Well, no one came to your
Not a
aid?
soul. I don't think there's any hope of saving the farm. My aunt, my cousin, I think they may be dead. I just want to get my sister and go home to Camlorn. Is that so much to ask? But my sister
In
is
this
too
world?
scared.
Have you been to
She won't
Camlorn?
come.
Yeah, that's too much to ask. All right, where is she?
She's locked herself up in the house we were
I'll
staying.
go talk to her.
Thank you.
Wow, this is
I was
like
beginning
the,
to lose faith.
This is like the
So many
social
selfish
working
people just
zone. I
walk
just
by,
have to. I'm
abandoning
mostly
me and
doing
my
house
sister to
visits
fate.
and interventions for
You can
people.
just
so
convince her to leave the house. Then she and I can get out of here and go back to Camlorn.
All right. I don't want to do another intervention, so I am going to look for this little boy instead. Where are you, little boy? Went fishing. Did a dragon attack you? That would be cool. I can kill a dragon. Can I activate passive abilities? Aha! If I'm here, yes I can. They need to be called. There were too many. Ember Eye Archers. Same people as before. Alright, well, I need this to be weapon.
Scatter! Flank now!
Why do I have to get back? Not bad. I can do a little roll to get back and get my charge up again. I have to get used to these new abilities. That's pretty good. And there's even a quest waiting for me. Not bad. What are you doing out here, though? The little boy run across your camp? Is that it? Ooh, chicken. Poultry. Poultry item. Papers show that plans to take over Coglin Lighthouse and extinguish the lights. You should take these to the village and give them to a deputy. Not a good time for the local town watch there. Maybe this guy has a reason for being paranoid. All right, little boy, what's going on with you?
God strike you! Couldn't you have just waited 5 more
Oh
minutes?
my God, you're the little
slavers outside the
boy?
tent were talking about where their base of operations is. Then they got interrupted. I'm guessing they saw you. My mom sent you, didn't she?
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
He's a boomerang kid.
My mother's a little overprotective.
She looked exactly your age,
Still
too.
tries to tuck me into bed at night. It's embarrassing. And now she's messed up the whole plan. I actually came here to spy on the slavers.
All right. What are you hoping to learn?
Anything and everything. With Constable Pascal acting strange, Deputy Lyric and I took the initiative. I may not have heard where their base of operations is, but there are plans for some other attack floating around
I've
the
got the
camp.
plans
You did?
already.
Well, then I guess we can consider this operation a success. If you haven't already, we just need to get those plans to Deputy Lyric in the village.
So you could have saved yourself being tied
Get those
up.
plans back as fast as you can.
Dude has
May the
planning
eight protect
deficiencies.
you.
All right. So, I still have to do a FedEx then. I'm just taking my plans in to the town. That's the lighthouse they must want to take over. I think I'm supposed to head this way. Yep. Whoa. No chests that I saw. No. Nothing to harvest. All right. I like the continuation of the zone. It's got the Breton theme. I like the overall. I like probably my favorite artistic kind of motifs of zones are the Breton areas and the Redguard areas. Those are by far my favorite. Not a big fan of the, what's the big mushroom? That's a dumb nerd. I'm not sure. The ashlands are okay, but they're a little overly monochromatic, so everything's sort of gray and not very interesting in terms of plant life. That gets old after a while. What else is there? So the Nord areas are pretty good. I do like that Skyrim stuff. Skyrim's such a great game. Anything that reminds me of Skyrim is well received by me. What else can I do here? So I've got that farm. All right, let me go talk to the lady and see if I have to bring something else back to town. You! Leave that man alone! Hello! Well, it's just strike a pose. Alright. So the bandits hanging around in the field sort of gives it away, but let's go find the sister anyway. Ooh, there's another quest to be had.
Could you please untie me?
Everybody's getting tied up here.
It's good that you've come along, friend. The Van family is in dire need of aid. If you could untie me, we could have a more civil conversation.
Who tied you up first?
The supernal dreamers. I should have seen this coming, but I failed, and I need your help to set matters straight. The dreamers have captured Ingrid Van, the owner of this farm, and I fear they have dark plans for her.
Okay, what kind of plans?
I'm certainly eager to explain the situation further, but do you think we could continue the
Sure,
conversation?
let me untie you. Sure.
Come with me to the bridge. We can speak
but
safely
I'm supposed to go in there. All right, let me find what's going on with you. Hopefully he doesn't get me out to the bridge and then decides he's going to bop me on the head. That must be yonder bridge. All right, this zone is off to a slow start, I must admit. Mostly it's dialogue.
Perhaps we can now have a civil conversation. I'm Perry, Brother Perry, traveling through Alcaire on my way back to Pariah Abbey. Ingrid Van offered me a room for the night. It just happened to be the night the supernal dreamers attacked.
Other than an obsession for corn, why did they attack it?
They serve Vermina, the Daedric Prince of Nightmares. I know this because I am an initiate at Pariah Abbey. We knew the dreamers were active in Alcaire, but their intentions for Ingrid Van suggest a more aggressive plan.
All right, get to the point,
The
mister.
supernal dreamers have put her into an enchanted sleep, tied down in front of a portal, undoubtedly from Vermina's dark domain.
How do you break that? I think
I
I
know
know
how. It will
how.
not be easy, and you
I
will
did
need
it
to
with the
move
captain.
quickly, but it can be done. You will need to reverse the Daedric ritual, which will require gathering a few somewhat grisly items. Then you must follow the directions exactly to break the spell.
Why can't I just pour the water on the braziers like I did before? All right, let me intimidate this guy since it's an option. I did take that again.
I'm afraid I would only be a liability in a fight. I can, however, offer you my amulet for some assistance, but you will still
All
need to
right,
gather.
what are the
You
items?
will need to acquire the hearts of 2 different Daedra. A Scamp and a Dremora
Not a
should do.
problem.
Then find my ritual candle in the Van's barn. Take the items to where Ingrid lies in the Stonebridge Mill, and there you will perform the ritual. Offer the Dremora heart first to summon the dark spirit.
All right.
Then light the ritual candle to enchant it. And finally, offer the Scamp heart to
I
dispel
don't need to ask about the wrong order. I'm going to guess something gets summoned and tries to eat me, which is pretty much standard issue wrong order stuff in this world. All right, there's a quest up there. I'm going to go check out this house that I was asked to check out by the brother, and I think that's probably going to set me on the quest. Probably just a way to get me. Aha!
Go away. So far, all the crazy people and monsters have just ignored this house. If you keep knocking, they'll come and kill you. And then they'll break down the door and kill
It's
me.
safe.
You really expect me to believe that? I saw
Oh my
this.
goodness.
I don't know. The only way I'm coming out is if there's someone out there to protect me. Someone who can kill those things.
All right, so I have to kill a bunch of these Daedra. Fair enough. Everybody's collect a Dremora head and collect a Dremora head and heart and collect scan parts. Well, and what is so yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I can go do. All right, I'm just gonna attack everything in my way. So like quest dispensers, I will just start hitting things until the correct items pop out.
I need aid.
No healing while I am fighting. Unless you're healing me. You're a mage, you're not a non-mage. Not bad. Still not a bad build. I don't take a whole lot of damage, which I am glad of. None of them had hearts that I needed anyway. Hey, Daedra. Looks like a Daedra. Yeah, let's go after them. All right. I like that when they back up. That's pretty good. When they back up to do their sort of ranged ability, gives me a chance to stun them and interrupt them. I like that. I got the Daedra head, heart. Oh, man. Definitely not running out of stamina. Alright. Not bad. Collect the scamp heart and a ritual candle. When we find some scamps, there's always some scamps around. So there are a lot of the Daedra. Alright, there's some scamps. Appeared out of nowhere. Should be better about blocking and getting in the habit of doing the interrupts during these combats, but as you've seen before, that's going to be a bit of a challenge for me. I don't always hit the buttons right either. That's been somewhat disappointing for me. Oh, let me get through this a little bit so I can see what that healing ability does. 30% of health lost, not bad. Oh, that must be my ultimate that's still going. Alright, so I've got these... Oh, that didn't give me a scamp heart? Oh, no. Come on. Alright. What was I doing in here?
Are there any more scamps down there? Bring them on, I say. Scamp Killer is my middle name.
Yeah, you're very brave.
I can still wield them.
Alright. I get a heart there? Okay, I cannot get a heart there. What's going on with you?
My husband's a little hard. Oh,
so
yes.
Those are the parents. Not very helpful. I need to get more scamps. Oh, there we go. There's the candle. Which is sort of the whole reason I was in here. I still need a scamp heart. Corn. And... what is going on? I gotta confess, this has not been my very favorite... my very favorite set of quests because they're just
Heal me!
Really, and there's a lot of dialogue, not a lot of action. I appreciate that they want to change the pacing a little bit, but it's a little overwhelming that each quest in the early part of the zone is really just dialogue only. Huh. I see the scamp part. Where am I supposed to get that? I hate running around not knowing what I'm supposed to do. But I do that a lot, so admittedly. Alright, what's going on with you? Daedra Husk, no scamp part. Okay, what about you? Skippity scamp? Alright, how about you? Alright, I got my scamp part. Place the Dremora heart first, and then the scamp part in the candle, I think. If not, I'm sure I will get... I'm sure I'll get reminded how I'm supposed to have done it after I've done it wrong the first time. Of course, I have to run all the way over here. Let me get this woman out of the... Well, I can do that on the way back. I was going to get that little young Melanie out of the house and prove that I'm trustworthy, but let me see. It would just be helpful all around if I just got rid of them in the first place, wouldn't it? Most of these quests kind of become redundant after the sort of main thread quest gets satisfied. Ooh, I like that. It's a nice looking building. Whoa. Somebody just took a header? I don't know what's going on there. They need a helping hand. I can... No. Looks like they just ran through everybody and aggroed the entire area. Alright. So, ritual candle. Nope. Scamp heart. Nope. Daedra heart. There we go. Daedra heart. Scamp heart. And ritual candle. And what's next? Perform the ritual.
She belongs to me. Stay away, intruder.
Somebody, Ingrid is possessing somebody. That's not good. Alright, how do I perform the ritual? See what the quest journal says. No. Right, does not go to the slavers. No, the castle. Okay, show. Nope. Alright, now that I have the items placed on the altar, I should perform the ritual. Perry was very specific. Daedra heart, light candle, finally use the pristine scamp heart. Ah! So I got them out of order. Let me take the candle up. Let me take the scamp heart up. Oh. Oh, I see. That's the order I'm supposed to use them in, not place them in. Alright. Daedra heart. Candle.
She belongs to me.
Ritual candle. No problem with the alignment of the item there. And then scamp heart. Just in case I have to charge. Somebody's possessing you, lady.
Is this the real world? Or is this yet another trick?
Oh my goodness.
I will not let the darkness in.
I'm gonna hurry to get this up, so I'm closing in about my hour, so I'm gonna close this
real,
quest up and wrap it up after this, I think. And after I get Melanie out of the house. Yes, I broke the spell.
Then I am indebted to you, Wait, what about Rosen? Was that
Now, who's
real,
this
or was
Rosen
it just
person?
My daughter. And if they've harmed one hair, I'll salt all Tamriel with their blood.
All right,
And
everybody's
you
in
have to
trouble.
go. They're doing the same thing to her they wanted to do to me, but worse.
All right, sounds like another very similar quest. I can confess I'm not entirely looking forward to yet another type quest like that. But let me get Melanie out of the house, show the Dremora head to Melanie, convince her that I have what it takes to take these people out. I don't know what you think. The screams from the field and the falling Daedra would have convinced her by now, but sure, I'll bring her back a bloody head if that's what she wants anyway. See if I can get there in time. People are having trouble. Is that the same person that died? They look like lots of people are aggroing mobs, so they look like they're having some trouble with the folks around here. I bet you it's that little group of 4 or 5 people. All right, Melanie, I got the head you wanted.
Is that you again?
Yes, here's
You're
your head.
really
Now
still
come out.
alive? Let me look through the keyhole. Ew, that's gross.
You should have seen it before
Alright,
I cut it off.
I'll come out. Though I can't believe I'm trusting someone who just showed me a bloody head.
Yeah, that's
Let's
true.
get going then.
Not the best judgment in the world. All right, Melanie. Where am I supposed to take you? All right. Second. Sorry, folks. Had to sneeze. Sorry about that. I need to map a sneeze and cough button to this. That's my next bit. I did do a little bit of mix-up on the mixer. So if you tuned in early, I did a mix where my intro screen has some music that's playing over it, and it loops around if I go back to it. That's way better than I was doing before. There's Finis.
I'm not stopping here. Those things are too close. I'll meet you at the castle, Finis.
Good idea.
I'm glad that's over. We need to get back to Camlorn. See you around.
Oh my god, you're worse than the captain. All right, thanks.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I've just been under a lot of stress with this whole situation.
Sure.
Here's something for your help.
Demonic possession is
It's
hard
not
on the
much,
soul.
but we have a long trip ahead of us.
All right, complete the quest there. So I've got a few more quests to pick up here. This is not my favorite quest line so far, I have to admit. I'm going to wrap it up here. I was promising myself to do an hour, and I was hoping for something a little more action-packed, but we didn't get to that. I did like the new build, however. I have... How far did I get with it? Where is my bow? I just slotted it. I'm already up to bow 3. Oh, that's a problem. I'm not getting any progression on snipe. I probably need to leave that bar up while I do some actual kills so I can actually get progression on snipe. Because I think the way it works is you only get experience in that bar if you have that active when you get experience for quests or whatever it is that you get. So I'll have to figure out some way to do this so I can morph it to my next ability on snipe. But I'll work it out. I think at first I'm looking for that and maybe scatter shot or volley. But yeah, time will tell. I just need to grind it up and get that going a little bit. Poison arrow might be pretty cool too, but I think scatter shot for right now is fine enough. Spray might be good for debuff. Anyway, so that's it. I just had to do the hour today. I will stream again later in the week. I appreciate it. I did some Sniper Elite this weekend as well as some Elder Scrolls Online for streaming. Sniper Elite was a lot of fun. As is Elder Scrolls Online, I'm going to try to do a mix of both of them this week, although I'll mostly still be doing Elder Scrolls Online. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I would love to hear any feedback you have on this. Sorry for the cold and sorry for the muting for the sneezing, but would love to hear any feedback you have on the stream. Go ahead and leave a comment in the chat. Leave a like here. This is going to get uploaded to my YouTube channel as well, so I will send that over there. Please, if you've seen this in the archive, go ahead and leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe if you like this, and love to hear your feedback so it can improve the stream. Again, I'm not trying to become a big streaming star, but I would like to get the skills necessary to do this properly. So feedback is always welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I will talk to you all soon and stream probably tomorrow night, but I will post an announcement in my channel feed as I do normally. So thank you so much for joining me, fellow adventurers. Take care, and until next time, peace!